This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Happy Friday.
Yes, indeed. Happy Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve,
Yes.
Hanukkah Eve. Yes, indeed.
Hanukkah Eve. That's true. Good point. A lot going on. Big holiday weekend and big holiday week coming up.
You know what? People out there today, I think we all need to take a breath and just kind of chill a little bit. I was out there amongst the crowds yesterday doing my little bit of shopping. No, doing my shopping. I tell you, there's a level of anxiety out there on the roadways. So
people trying to get where they want to go.
Be kind. If someone wants to get into a lane, let them get into a lane.
Yeah.
Yes.
And no more of that hand signaling to other drivers. I saw so much of that yesterday.
Yes,
Oh,
a hand signal that cost a UConn soccer player her scholarship. That hand signal, yes.
Exactly.
But I will say this. It seems that people are driving more slowly this year, and I mean slowly in a bad way, like way under the speed limit.
Oh.
And it's cutting, but you know, and then also when you say let people in,
Yeah.
there are people who just put their blinker on and think that the indicator means I'm coming over no matter what. So there you go. Everybody, common courtesy.
Exactly.
It's holiday time.
It's the season. 'Tis the season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ho, ho, ho.
We're all trying
That's
to
right.
get somewhere,
Yes.
so just understand
And
that.
the good news is that if you are trying to get somewhere this morning, fog, a little less of an issue.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So it's a little clearer out there. We have, okay, was I lecturing? I don't think, I apologize for that if that's what I was doing. I'm so sorry. Clear skies out there right now. Everything looks pretty good weather-wise. We'll go for a daytime high that'll be warm coming in the upper 70s. Enjoy a beautiful day ahead and a nice weekend as well. We'll detail that forecast in just a few.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at the Suncoast roadways on this holiday weekend beginning. Everything is looking good right now. Roadways are free and clear. Manatee County looking good, and you go down into Sarasota County, that too is without issue at this point in the morning. Now, topping our news this morning, Sarasota locals are reacting to a controversial county decision to prohibit a food pantry from distributing food.
Yeah, the Bethesda House suffered a major setback when it comes to helping people with HIV and AIDS right here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Rick Adams has the details.
I'm shocked and I'm horrified.
That's how one Bradenton woman who didn't want to show her face on camera feels after hearing the news that the food pantry portion of the Bethesda House on 4th Street in Sarasota is being forced to close. She has had HIV for 20 years and tells us she relies very heavily on these nutritional foods and services that are provided.
This is a wonderful, good program, great people, and it just impacts my life tremendously. So I'm very sad.
On Wednesday, the city's Board of Adjustment decided that the Bethesda House does not qualify as a food pantry under the current zoning regulations. City officials say they're just following the rules that are in place.
Unfortunately, we weren't aware of the activity taking place, but once we were, we did have to take action on it.
With the decision that was just made, all the food that you see here is now going to disappear, and that includes all the food in this freezer. Workers here say these aren't just any foods. There's a wide variety of healthy choices that they have been providing to hundreds of clients for more than 25 years.
The nutrition is key in maintaining their wellness, well-being, to eat properly, receive high-protein foods, and that's where we come in.
Bethesda House is overseen by Catholic Charities and St. Martha Catholic Church. The CEO of Catholic Charities says they will still provide services to those with HIV/AIDS at the same location, minus the food. In a statement released to us by the Diocese of Venice, they say this decision by the city is disturbing.
You're making it more difficult for them to get the help that they need in a city that Christmas time, of all times, makes a decision that we need to shut down this food fulfillment portion of our program.
In Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Now, the staff there aren't sure about what's going to happen next with all of this.
Yeah, they do say that they are hopeful that everything will work out. And this morning, we're listening to what you have to say about the decision as well. On Facebook, some are commenting, saying they could see why the county did it, and others, well, they disapprove. For Billy Brooks Jr., he says he guesses it's just an eyesore. Janice Carla Moore writes, they've been doing this for 25 years, and the city is just now finding out it's illegal. Really? And shutting it down just before Christmas really Scrooges. And Lyra Kwartnick adds, some horrible neighbors complaining, 25 years of helping people, 25 years. Absolutely disgusting, Sarasota, disgusting. If you'd like to get in on the discussion about this decision, just drop us a comment on our Facebook page. Another topic of concern in Sarasota this morning, there's still no suspects being pursued in a recent hate crime.
Yeah, synagogue became the target of some anti-Semitic graffiti, but authorities say they don't know who did it. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office reports leaders at Temple Sinai found swastikas drawn on a door, a window, a shed. That was all Tuesday. The symbols were drawn with black marker and removed immediately. Hours later, and only a few miles from the temple, another act of vandalism motivated by hatred, this time against a homeowner's political beliefs.
They showed their support for our president, our soon-to-be president, and they had their entire house, front house, desecrated with some vulgar language.
The homeowners made quick work of the spray paint, covering it with a fresh coat the very same day. Investigators are continuing to search for leads in both of those cases. In breaking news, this just in, the suspect in the Berlin Christmas market attack has been shot and killed in Milan. This coming from Italian news agency ANSA, and more details to come within the hour as they develop. Also, the FBI working with deputies in a potential terrorism case not far from the Suncoast.
This week in Pasco County, a suspicious incident caused them to take action. It all started with a man being taken to the hospital due to chemical fumes being found in his home. Deputies then arrested 21-year-old Sheriff Elegani, as his father was the one who had become ill. 2 deputies received minor injuries while trying to subdue him. Now, the man arrested is being charged with aggravated battery on an officer. Detectives say there's no indication that the man has definite terrorist ties, but all leads are being pursued.
And back home in Manatee County, an arrest has been made in a recent armed robbery. Sheriff's deputies capturing 27-year-old Tyrone Burns Jr. and bringing him to Bradenton to the Bradenton police. The police say Burns confessed to robbing the Little Country Store on 15th Street last week. He was also interviewed by the Palmetto police detectives about a crime there. Burns is charged with armed robbery. And a new study is revealing violence may be on the rise this season.
That's according to the findings published in the Associated Press and USA Today, claiming that this festive time of the year may also be one of the deadliest. The study shows unintentional shootings are higher around Christmas compared to any other time of year. 32 people were killed nationwide and 59 injured within the past 2 years from Christmas Eve to New Year's. Bradenton police say gun owners have a right to responsibility.
Keep it locked up, keep it safe. They've got trigger locks, they've got gun safes, keep it unloaded. The best thing is just to be safe with it, be knowledgeable about it, be well trained in it if you're going to keep it in the house, but keep it away from the kids.
Several factors contribute to the increase, including kids and teens being off from school, negligence with guns, and more family disputes.
And if you need some time away from those family disputes, Kohl's has you covered. Kohl's department store now open 24 hours, at least for the last-minute shoppers this holiday. They're trying to ease the stress that comes with the holidays. You can shop at all hours of the day until Christmas Eve at 6 p.m. at 2 stores in our area, with one store on University Parkway and the other on Central Sarasota Parkway, south of the Sarasota Square Mall. And holiday shopping, always a tough park, but one area in Sarasota may be getting easier to park in soon.
Yeah, the city of Sarasota is in talks to bring a new ride service to the downtown area. The catch, it's not free for the city and it's not local. ABC 7's Ray Collins has the details.
I think it's a very good idea.
Downtown Sarasota resident Joey Daskalaitis is talking about a new ride service coming to downtown. Here's video of the Gotcha Ride Company outside the recent Comic-Con event in Manhattan. Little motorized cars that can't go more than 35 miles per hour. The service began in Tallahassee 7 years ago, and Sarasota would be its 9th location.
I probably wouldn't call a taxi to go from here to Hollywood 20. Wouldn't do it. I'd either walk or I'd take one of these cars.
Ron Soto is head of the Downtown Improvement District and a big fan of Gotcha rides. He says similar companies are already covering Siesta Key, and it's worth growing the concept to the downtown area, which would range from Mound north to MLK and 301 west to 41.
You don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about anything. It's a gift to the city.
But the city's going to pay for it.
Well, yeah, the city's going to pay for it, but it's a gift to you from the city.
Soto says this gift is costing the city $200,000 in the first year and says the money would come from the award Sarasota received as part of the BP oil spill settlement.
It's cute.
Irv Helmuth owns a local taxi cab service. In the past 4 years, his company has grown to 7 cars that averages 10 rides a day each. But you might be surprised to hear he's not concerned about the gotcha cars taking away his business. He says his rides start at $8 minimum and involve more than just a few blocks up and down Main Street. But he does think the city of Sarasota could have found a local company to do this.
They could have talked to some people locally, if they wanted to support local businesses.
We reached out to the city of Sarasota media spokesman for comment, but it was after hours. As for Soto, he can't wait for the service to begin.
From what I understand, it's a done deal, and it should hopefully take place in April.
Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right. You don't have to go to sleep early tonight.
I know,
Your mom
I'm
and
so
sister
excited.
been looking for something to do. I drew this up just for you guys, so you as a
thank
family
you.
had something to do tonight.
Yeah.
And everybody could join in. It's a little last-minute Christmas fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Locals in Lakewood Ranch are offering up that perfect opportunity. The Christmas on Main Festival starts at 6 o'clock tonight. The event hosting not just food, games, and rides, but also live music and of course, a visit from Santa. Also, as the fun winds down into the night, they'll be hosting a candlelight service that starts at 8 o'clock. As Don had said, you can join in tonight, all free of charge.
Okay. The locals from Lakewood Ranch are taking credit, but I drew that up just for you guys because you're new here, and so I thought, And John, he's going to have his eggless omelets over there. He's going to cook them up at Main Street.
Don, you are the social calendar.
We have to tell the viewers that,
John's going to make omelets for us, but he forgot the eggs.
He forgot the eggs.
That's one little ingredient.
No good deed goes unpunished.
One thing I
He
had
walked
to
into
do.
the newsroom and said, I was supposed to make omelets, but I forgot one important
we're gonna figure this
detail.
out.
It's going to start a craze, the eggless omelet.
That's right. That's right. I've cut the calories.
That's one way to do it.
Cut the calories.
There you go.
You have to use your imagination, though. We have some pretty weather shaping up for you today. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
Also, crime on the rise this holiday season. We'll tell you what you could do to protect your home from intruders, so stay with us.
ABC 7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, performance and peace of mind. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALT has named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease a new Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at an air temperature that's pretty mild outside. Can't really complain at what we're seeing. Not much in the way of fog either, so that's a good thing. The amount of moisture in the atmosphere is very limited this morning due to the fact that some drier air has filtered in on a northeasterly wind flow. In fact, the winds right now, east-northeast at about 7, and that little easterly component to the northerly wind means a warm-up. And it is going to be a warm-up that carries us through probably the next 7 to 10 days. So above average temperatures anticipated. Yesterday's nice little cool-off, and we were still way above average, is going to be a thing of the past starting this afternoon. 59 degrees the air temperature currently. We have a dew point of 50. That feels very pleasant, very comfortable. We'll watch that dew point back into the 60s by the time we hit tomorrow. No doubt about it. Of course, if you're coming from a climate where the temperature is 29 degrees, you're going to like it. It's going to feel very pleasant. And I'm grateful for we have some temperatures that are mild and comfortable and suitable for habitation as opposed to minus 30, which is what some places have this morning as well with the wind chill. 57 degrees in Wauchula Parish, Bradenton, Myakka coming in at 57, 58 in Lakewood Ranch, 59, as I mentioned, in Sarasota, 63, Longboat Key, 60 in Venice, 61 degrees in Inglewood. So we had a front, sunk south. Now the front will lift back north. There's a warm front today across our region, and temperatures will become about 5 to 8 degrees warmer during the morning hours than we are currently seeing now. 59 degrees in Tallahassee, 53 in Jacksonville, 57 in Gainesville if you're going to visit any of the kids, 61 degrees in Tampa, Fort Myers at 61, and we're looking down to the south where the temperatures are a bit warmer, 73 degrees in Miami and 70 in West Palm Beach. Across our region, generally, we're looking in the upper 50s to near the 60-degree mark as you get closer to the coastline. All in all, a very nice start to the morning with less fog around to be a big issue for any kind of commuting that some folks will have to do this morning. You can see this kind of southward progression of cloud here. That was the frontal boundary that's kind of sagged southward, parked itself. And now we'll watch some of these clouds start to lift back north today as a warm front. We also have a couple of areas of low pressure back to the west, which could create some travel problems over the next several days. The thing is, there's a big ridge of high pressure sitting over the eastern seaboard, deep south, nosing down into the state of Florida. And that big ridge of high pressure is kind of a force field against low pressure areas. So because of the strength of that high, these lows are probably not going to do as much travel damage as maybe earlier on in the week. I think we could still pick up anywhere from a foot of snow around the Denver area to maybe 6 inches of snow through places in other parts of Colorado and Idaho and on in even to Nevada. We could see that. The double low pressure areas will be mostly in the form of rain showers back toward Washington State and Oregon coastlines, and then transition into snow over near the mountains. We are watching the front lift north as a warm front, maybe a few scattered showers over on the other coast with an easterly wind, but all in all, that easterly wind spells increased humidity for us, not rain showers, not on our coast anyway. So a mild afternoon, lower humidity today, but we start to warm up significantly tomorrow, I think. But we'll warm up even a little today. We'll have that onshore flow of air that, again, may bring a shower or two down in the southern tip of the state, but we won't see a whole lot around our neck of the woods. As far as the forecast goes, northeast wind at about 5 to 10. We'll look for a 10 to 15 knot surge during the overnight. 2-foot seas, a light chop. And I guess I'm about done here. We have daytime high temperatures that top out in the near 80-degree range over the next several days, and that will carry us into next week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways, everything's pretty free and clear. The roadways are looking good. Manatee County looking good. Sarasota County too, without any issues at this point in the morning. Now, breaking news. This just in. The suspect in the Berlin Christmas market attack has been shot and killed in a shootout with police in Milan, Italy. This is coming from Italian news agency ANSA. Details are still developing, but we'll be keeping up with them throughout the hour. The suspect is 24 years old.
Well, moving on, while the holiday season is known for good cheer, this time of year has also become known for crime.
Wow, crime. We don't want to talk about crime.
Not during the holiday season.
No, and thankfully, with just a few minor changes, you're going to help keep your home secure. ABC7's Bobeth Yates shows us how.
It's a nightmare scenario. Going out of town for the holidays only to return to a home or a business being ransacked by thieves. But it does happen.
My family, we used to take a lot of trips during the holiday season, and we actually got our house broken into multiple times. And we live in a relatively nice neighborhood.
Bradenton resident Chris Catlin isn't alone. According to data from the FBI, almost 400,000 burglaries will occur throughout the country between November and December. And CrimeMapping.com statistics also show that in the past 7 days, there have been more than 30 burglaries here on the Suncoast. But the Bradenton Police Department says there are things that can be done to keep you safe.
The first thing is something new is stay off of Facebook, stay off of Twitter. Don't be advertising, I'm going to France, I'm going to New York, or even posting pictures of you on your vacation.
Lieutenant Racky says posting your location on social media is like inviting the burglar in. He also suggests preventing mail and other deliveries from piling up at your home.
While you're gone, you want to stop your newspaper delivery, to stop your mail. These criminals have nothing better to do because, one, they have no jobs. So they're driving these neighborhoods. They'll look. If they see a house with 2 newspapers in the driveway, they're going to start thinking nobody's there, and they may come back the third day. If there's another newspaper there, or those same 2 newspapers in the same spot, they're going to think that maybe no one's home and maybe this is a house that can be targeted.
In addition to Lieutenant Racky's tips, area residents say they too are being proactive and protecting themselves this holiday season.
I close my windows tightly. They're really closed. I double check the lock like 3 times.
If there's anything close to the door or windows where someone might be able to see in that is of value, always move that.
Sometimes I would leave the lights on, or I'll have a family member or friend pass by the house once or twice to check and see if everything's okay.
Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Google getting in on another tech craze. What product the company is planning to produce in the coming year.
And coming up at 5:30, the latest details on the terrorist that has now been shot in Milan. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in service and making a difference in others' lives.
We believe in hearing the other point of view.
We believe in being kind, no matter how busy the day is.
We believe in finding the laughter in every day.
We hope you believe too.
Happy holidays from ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
The year is winding down, and that means big savings for you during the Big Finish event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokees, or save big on a brand new 2017 Jeep Patriot. Stop by today and drive away in a new Jeep Compass for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
All right, well, it's 5:25 this morning, and Tesla raking in some of the top honors this year.
Yeah, John loves Tesla. He's going to be waiting in line this Christmas for one. Now, ABC's Kenneth Gibson and Mara Scavacampo have the details.
In today's Tech Bites, Tesla is tops.
Consumer Reports indicating the luxury electric automaker is #1 in owner satisfaction. 91% of owners say they'd buy another one. That's 7% more than second place Porsche.
Google confirms it will introduce 2 new smartwatches in the first 3 months of next year, along with Android Wear 2.0. The devices will be the first with that significant update to Google's wearable software.
The watches will carry the brand of Google's manufacturing partner, not Google itself.
And it's a little later than expected, but Pokemon Go is finally available on the Apple Watch. Users can perform certain in-game activities without their phone.
But get this, there's no way to actually catch Pokemon with the watch. Users can collect from Pokestops and spot nearby monsters with a tap.
And those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Downy.
I love you so much. That's why I bought 6 of you, for when you stretch out.
I want you to stay this bright blue forever. That's why you'll stay in this drawer, forever.
I can't live without you, and that's why I'll never, ever wash you.
Protect your clothes from the damage of the wash with Downy Fabric Conditioner. It not only softens and freshens, it helps protect clothes from stretching, fading, and fuzz. So your favorite clothes stay your favorite clothes. Downy Fabric Conditioner. Wash in the wow.
When are they leaving?
Grilled cheese and Campbell's tomato soup go together like grandchildren and chaos. Made for real life.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
Only Fiat gives you Italian engineering with a heavy dose of Suncoast style. So what are you waiting for? Hurry in for big savings during the Big Finish event going on now at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
All right, well, we have some breaking news coming into the newsroom this morning. We're receiving reports that a man killed in a shootout with police in Milan is the main suspect from the Berlin Christmas market attack on Monday.
Yeah, the shootout took place about 3 a.m. Italy time during a routine police check. Actually, it was a checkpoint at a border. And when asked for ID, Anas Amri pulled out a gun instead and went on a shootout with police. He was, like I said, asked to show his papers. Instead, he showed a gun. He was killed in the ensuing shootout. He is being identified as 24-year-old Anas Amri, and he is also been identified as the truck driver in that attack in Berlin in the Christmas market. So a police officer was injured, but the manhunt seems to be over this morning, as in Italy, the Berlin attack suspect shot in a shootout with police.
We have his photograph, we have his fingerprints, and we have his DNA. So he can't disappear.
U.S. authorities have put out a bulletin laying out security concerns for the Times Square New Year's celebration. It says the German attack, quote, heightened concern about similar attacks being replicated in the near term. And they already had planned on using huge dump trucks filled with sand, or like they did in the Thanksgiving Day parade, also to thwart any kind of attack like that. So I'm sure that, plus all the beefed up security in Times Square, you don't want anything to go wrong, ever. But certainly, especially with all those people in one place.
It's not those places like Times Square that give me the concern. It's the places like, Duluth, Minnesota shopping malls.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
the smaller places that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Always got to keep an
Harder
eye
ones to
out.
protect. You can't protect everything. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You just can't. We have some beautiful weather across our region today. It's absolutely gorgeous. Lower relative humidity, comfortable morning temperatures, cool and crisp out there. And as we head into the afternoon, our daytime highs will be very mild, coming in well above average, near the 80-degree mark. All in all, no rainfall today. A beautiful day to be out and about. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Things are looking good, and not a lot of traffic. What's out there? Very little volume, and things are moving along. Manatee County. Do remember now Manatee County schools are on their Christmas break starting today, so kids will be around there as well. Sarasota has been out all week and next week. And looking at Sarasota County, that too is moving along without any problems. Not a lot of people on the roadway right now, as a lot of people have already started their Christmas vacation, I think. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say we need to remind folks to be patient when they're driving, be aware of their surroundings, make sure that, everyone is trying to get a lot of different places and we want to get there safely.
Yes, instead of getting aggravated,
exactly,
be courteous.
It is the holiday season.
I'm proselytizing now. But, President-elect Donald Trump speaking out about foreign policy and making the unusual move to publicly split from established U.S. nuclear policy.
Now, all this while he and his family remain in Florida for the holidays. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Washington with the latest.
The president-elect might not be in the White House just yet, but he's already taking a jab at foreign policy, tweeting out, "The United States must greatly strengthen and expand its nuclear capabilities until such a time as the world comes to its senses regarding nukes." That hasn't been U.S. policy for nearly 40 years. It came just hours after a strikingly similar comment from Vladimir Putin, Russia's president, saying we need to strengthen the potential strategic nuclear forces. But while Trump is actively tweeting, he hasn't held a real news conference since the election. He's beefed up his White House communications team, including veteran Republican operative Sean Spicer as press secretary. Former campaign manager Kellyanne Conway now serving as counselor to the president. She found herself in the hot seat on GMA, trying to reassure the press.
This will be a traditional White House in the sense that you will have a great deal of press availability on a daily basis, and you'll have a president who continues to be engaged with the press.
Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka also making news.
Some guy went up to her and started giving her a hard time and told her that her father was ruining the country.
A passenger allegedly screaming at Ivanka and her family on a JetBlue flight while they were on their way to Hawaii for vacation. The Secret Service did not intervene, but JetBlue flight attendants removed the man from the flight. Donald Trump plans to stay in Florida through the weekend, but while there, he continues to hold meetings and has had a presidential daily briefing for the past 2 days. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
Well, this morning, a second potential terror attack has been derailed after Australian police have arrested 7 people suspected of planning that attack on Christmas Day in Melbourne. They reassured the public as well, promising that extra security is spread out across the state.
Well, the attack that we'll allege was being planned, we believe certainly was going to involve an explosive event, the use of explosives, and we've gathered evidence to support that.
The police chief does say there is no longer a threat to the public.
And the death toll is continuing to climb from Tuesday's fireworks disaster north of Mexico City. Forensics teams are still combing through the charred rubble of a fireworks market where a series of explosions killed at least 35 people. Even through the chaos, one survivor receiving treatment refuses to quit after that disaster.
I'm asking him if he would go back to work. And he says, yeah, that's what they live off of, and that's what they will keep. That's the industry in which they'll keep working.
Officials say it will take a little time before some of the victims are identified. And new this morning, United Airlines flight headed to Ecuador has made an emergency landing.
The plane is at Houston's Intercontinental Airport after some odd concerns caused it to land. The flight was in the air about a half hour when passengers reported hearing strange noises coming from the plane's cargo hold. The plane returned to Houston where it was checked out. However, workers did not find anything out of the ordinary in the cargo area. Although it appeared to be a false alarm, another plane was called in to shuttle the 163 passengers, of course, to their final destination in precaution.
And Coast Guard crews are searching for a man who jumped off a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. Witnesses say the 22-year-old went overboard around 1:45 yesterday. They also say they're most concerned about the family involved.
Of course, they're the ones that are going to be hurt for now and forever.
Everyone was pretty down. Everyone was kind of shocked when we were at breakfast.
Royal Caribbean says it is providing support to the man's family. At the time of the accident or the incident, the ship was about 33 miles southeast of Key Largo. Coast Guard crews are searching by air and sea for that man. And in Pennsylvania, a man has been found after being trapped in his car for over 12 hours.
Though the incident left him in the hospital, he is counting his blessings this morning. 52-year-old Brian Smith was driving on the interstate when his car flipped over an embankment, crashing at the bottom and leaving him with no way to call for help. His cell phone had been ejected from his vehicle's cup holder, and for nearly half a day he could not move. But never losing consciousness and stuck with 4 broken ribs and a fractured ankle, Brian was left wondering what would happen to him out in the bitter cold. But hope did arrive thanks to the GPS feature on Brian's cell phone, and he was found.
From the time I saw his flashlight, and I started yelling to him, I started knocking on the windshield, yelling, I'm here, I'm alive.
Wow, what an amazing story. Well, Brian says he wouldn't call it a Christmas miracle, but this happy ending is just as good.
That's right up there with the Christmas miracle. And speaking of unexpected joy after tragedies around the holiday, check out this couple. John Tomke and his wife Grace have been volunteering to visit veterans and hospitalized children for over 35 years. Only they dress up every year as Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. It was back in the early 80s when the tradition started. To help those down on their luck, they would put on their suits and head out to help and bring some joy. And then there have been times that John and Grace have wondered if it's all time to call it quits. As John's 83, Grace 82, but they say the emotional impact they have on others keeps them going.
And if a visit from Santa and his missus is not enough to make you smile, these loving little guys sure will. Oh my gosh, how cute.
Santa Paw.
In Denver, one airport has taken an initiative to help avoid stress while traveling, and they're doing it with the help of therapy dogs. Now, whether you're flying in or out of the area, you'll be greeted by a fluffy coat and some wet doggy kisses, all contributing to a most peaceful time while you're out and about.
Friendship, Christmas, it's just welcoming.
We just love dogs, and they're just so helpful to cheer up the season and get everyone in a good spirit.
Well, the airline that sponsored the pups was United Airlines.
See, get it? United. See, they want us all
There you
united
go.
in stress-free environments.
There you go. You should be the spokesperson for United Airlines.
That's right.
Now.
Yeah, I slept in
Nice
the Holiday Inn
idea.
Express last night. It is a nice idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it
I
really
love
is.
dogs.
You know,
Anytime I see a dog, I just get really excited.
Of course, yes, your heart just melts. And you hear other things about people putting in little quintets or quartets in the lobby of the airports to kind of help the mood. And
I actually saw some Christmas carolers at UTC Mall the other day.
Oh, is that right?
I was out there, so it was pretty cool.
Neat.
Yeah.
You saw me out there, huh?
Nice.
It was you.
We have some beautiful weather shaping up for you here. Other parts of the country, not so much. We'll talk about that in just a few.
And also coming up, could yoga help keep you healthy this Christmas? We know it should de-stress you a little bit. We'll let you know how the exercise could help lower your stress levels.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
A recording star stops by to celebrate the season with us. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, it is an encore presentation of our show with Jim Brickman. We'll hear about his amazing career, his new CD, plus we sit down at the piano for a sing-along. The Artful Giraffe helps us create painted wine glasses, and we'll make lolly cakes in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
The year is winding down, and that means big savings for you during the Big Finish event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Take home a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Or stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Renegade for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. national brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing, handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru has the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now, during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease a new Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So, taking a look across the country, there are some places where the weather is extreme. We'll be talking about that in just a few minutes. As far as our weather goes, everything looks pretty quiet out there. Not much in the way of any kind of inclement weather or issues for us. Just a little bit of extra cloud cover across the region. Current temperatures, well, they're not too bad either. Coming in at 59 degrees currently. That 59-degree air temperature also has a lower dew point value. A lower dew point value in the 50s, making it feel very cool and very crisp out there. Forecast will show a wind out of the east-southeast today, and that east-southeast wind is going to kind of lock off any chance of some cooler air sinking south and start the process of actually warming our temperatures by drawing up moisture from an easterly from the Atlantic or from a southeasterly from the tropics and bringing it into this region. Humidity now at 72%, dew point at 50. Temperatures across the region generally in the upper 50s to near 60. We're watching a couple of areas of disturbed weather, as we mentioned earlier in the cast here. We have some areas outlined in blue where there are winter weather advisories and areas in white where there's going to be some heavy snow. Two separate areas of low pressure developing and moving across the state. The good news is that, I guess, that it'll affect mostly the western half of the country. As these systems progress to the east, they will dampen out under the influence of a large area of high pressure that is bringing most of the United States some fairly pleasant conditions. As far as our weather goes, maybe a few scattered showers down to the south of us because of that easterly wind flow, picking up moisture from the Atlantic and kind of creating a few light showers, but nothing really heavy. Certainly nothing in our area to give us any problems. We remain dry today, and we really don't have the fog issues that we have had over the last several days. Temperatures across the state generally in the upper 50s to low 60s, except for the very southern tip where the temperatures are a bit warmer, coming in the low 70s across, especially the eastern parts of the southern tip of the state, from Lauderdale down through Miami and into the upper Keys. We're looking at temperatures locally here that are about 58 degrees in Wauchula, Mayac, Arcadia, Parrish. Bradenton comes in at 59, so is Sarasota, 60 in Venice, Northport, and 65 at Boca Grande. There's that little bit of cloud cover that you see streaming across the northern part of the state. That is a stalled frontal boundary lifting north as a warm front. Double-barrel low-pressure areas we just discussed have the potential for some severe weather, actually. Exiting out of the Rockies, there's the potential here in the open plains for some strong thunderstorms developing along this cold front. But there's also the potential for some very heavy snowfall in and around the Denver area, about a foot of snow in some of the higher elevations. So some of those beautiful ski resort towns in Colorado are going to benefit from that. The low pressure area lifts off to the north and to the east, high sinks south, and that warm front also lifts north so that we get that warming trend that carries us right straight through into the weekend. Forecast looks nice for us, a mild afternoon with lower humidity today, but watch that humidity increasing with time. Northeast wind at about 5 to 10, becoming 10 to 15 later in the day. We'll have a 2-foot sea and a light chop on your bay and inland waters. Water temperature now at about 59 degrees. Forecast looks like this. We have a 9:18 high tide, a low tide at 2:25, and another high tide at 8:17 after the midnight hour tomorrow morning. So some very nice weather shaping up for us. Over the course of the week ahead, today, our daytime high will be about 80, featuring lower relative humidity and comfortable conditions. Tomorrow, under the influence of an east or even southeasterly wind, we start to warm a little bit for the Hanukkah holiday, and we'll get up to about 81 degrees for that. Overnight lows will start to rise as well as the humidity begins to increase, and on Christmas Day, 81 degrees with a rain-free condition. And over the course of the week ahead, I really don't see any rain showers in the forecast. In fact, the entire 7 to 10 days ahead looks to be rain-free and very pleasant. There are some indications that down the road, about 10 to maybe about 14 days down the road, we might see a cold front move through that could actually cool things off just a little bit. And I'll just keep talking here, I guess, until I'm told otherwise. But we have a cold front that'll probably cool things off a little bit for New Year's Day, or maybe the day after. Temperatures will generally be running around the 80-degree mark or so. And yeah, I got nothing else to say. Don, back to you.
Thank you, John. 14 days, we have a chance at the weather changing a little bit. Cool. Now, taking a look at the roadways, those are not changing much. Not a lot of people on the road. You do see a little bit more volume than you did 15 minutes ago, but right now everything is free and clear up and down the corridor of the Suncoast, 75, 301, 41, from North Manatee County all the way south to Northport. Is all looking good. Let's knock on wood for safe holiday travel. Now, speaking of which, I mean, this just got me when I read it. I think it brought tears to my eyes. You know, holiday cheer, not the only thing we tend to share this time of year. We handshakes and hugs, and with them, we spread germs as well. It's my gift to you.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Oh, yes.
Yuck.
Oh, great. Well, that's something that needs some hand sanitizer later. But not to worry. Specialists say if you're willing to do yoga, you'll be less at risk. That's random, but okay. Research has shown that an increase in the stress hormone cortisol can weaken our immune systems and make it easier for us to get sick. But doctors say the movements practiced in yoga can actually help keep cortisol down and help your body get rid of toxins and waste.
The idea of practicing yoga helps us to build the immune system with our breath, with that awareness, by calming that stress response. And that alone helps us to stay so much healthier.
Well, in addition to the physical benefits of yoga, doctors say that the mindful state yoga brings can also help achieve healthier habits and, of course, boost your energy outside of the yoga studio.
See, and then right on top of it, we were talking about heart health that you're about to talk about, but my cardiologist is the one who told me I should meditate maybe think
yoga.
about yoga. Yeah.
All right. Well, now I'll do that to get your germs off of me. Well, and is Christmas holiday bad for your heart? Who knows?
I think all the sweets and all the eating, and stress. Just 2 days ago, a new study making a troubling connection. Past research has suggested a connection between the Christmas holiday and heart-related hospital visits. Still, questions have remained as to whether it's the stress of the season or the cold winter conditions that lead to the bump in heart issues. But to help answer this, researchers in New Zealand tried a similar study there where Christmas happens in the summer. Looking at decades worth of death certificates, the researchers found that compared to other times of the year, more New Zealanders, more Kiwis, did indeed die from heart-related incidents outside of the hospital in the 2 weeks after Christmas. That's your good Christmas cheery news right there.
Yeah, and those findings do add more evidence that this holiday may put a strain on some hearts. But not to worry, we have some ways you can help keep your heart safe and protected. As you head to holiday parties, try filling up on vegetables. That's a funny joke during the holiday. And when you reach for the desserts, try not to overdo it. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, keeping those tips in mind can help you from overloading your system with fat that can cause adverse reactions. Also, try to keep an eye on the salt. And of course, if you do feel chest pain or any other heart attack symptoms, don't worry about spoiling the holiday fun. Just ask for some help right away, of course. Yes. I was going to say, it might be the food, not the season or anything like that.
Yeah, it can be tough, but definitely it is true. If you eat something, don't eat a lot and wait 20 minutes and you will feel full. If you eat all before then you get really full, and that's when your belt gets really tight. All right, stay with us. We're coming right back.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda, Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
I'm Alan Cohn. A downtown sign sparks debate. A Sarasota salon is coming head-to-head with City Code. Find out why our viewers are taking sides.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Welcome back. Some breaking news coming into our newsroom. We're receiving reports that a man killed in a shootout with police in Milan is the main suspect from the Berlin Christmas attack on Monday.
Yes, the shootout took place about 3 a.m. Italy time during a routine police check, and the Italian news agency ANSA says the man pulled out a gun from his backpack after being asked for his identity papers. That man, Anis Amri, was killed in the ensuing shootout, and he has been identified for sure as the 24-year-old Amri. And more details are coming up in just a few moments.